2017. Today we're going to be having a motivational chat with, so we urge you to sit back and enjoy today's show. My name is Patience Velu Kafo. You're welcome to the program.
And my to learn and to find out why people are poor, which is what we will be looking at on the show.
Yes, if there's one thing Nigerians run away from, apart from the police.
Run away from any police.
Oh, really?
Like,
Really?
yes, they're my friends.
Okay. See, that is one thing a lot of people run away from. It's, in fact, it's a prayer point. And that's because it is not good to be in a poor state. So today we're looking at why people are poor.
How are you?
I know.
All right. Good to see you this morning.
Same here.
You are looking kinky.
Thank you.
You are looking takeaway. You are looking sharp.
Thank you.
Why didn't you use sharp for me rather than kinky? When you say kinky, it's like something is muddled up,
No.
knotted up. Or thank you.
Oh, you're just fishing. You're just fishing.
All right, Benga, why are people poor?
Yes. Like I used to say, principles are universal. Dynamics and all that. But experiences.
That's something you do on your own.
Yes.
You get on your own. Yes.
So, what you experience about poverty in your life is different from what I've experienced about poverty. Who I be, if the boy who will tell you, oh, I trekked from K2 to VI to go and look for a job, all manner of. So, different experiences. But there are basic principles, there are basic principles that govern these are based on prosperity and poverty. And platform of principles, you understand, not on the, because I don't know what you have experienced. But once you can guide these principles, once you can get, these factors, then it is easier for you now to flow with whatever comes your way. Then next week, the dictionary states that is a state of being extremely poor, or the state of being inferior in quality or insufficient in funds.
In funds.
In funds. Number one, passing over opportunities repeatedly. That's the meaning. Then, inferior in quality. You feel, some people are staying in a particular area of the city, and you are staying. So why is that? Then another thing is insufficient funds or insufficient in amount of money, that is cash. So that leads us to how many times do we have? We have different types, but we have two major types of poverty. Number one is spiritual poverty. Number two is physical poverty. So number two is physical. So your mind must be rich. Your mind must be worthy. Your mind must know what is good. Your mind must know that I live a Do you know that some people will eat ejacote and they'll be satisfied? But you know that some people, until they eat a kind of meal, the time they use what we call adiagbon. I don't know if you understand that.
Palm kernel oil.
Palm kernel oil, thank you, my sister.
You know what adiagbon?
Oh, you chop knuckle.
I was born and raised here.
In our own parlance, we call it udaki.
Udaki. Okay. So some people they feel they're okay. But some people, until they apply
a particular kind of cream
of 50,000 naira
before they feel like they
don't feel good.
So from
Do you understand?
So it's a mind thing. Okay.
Example is what just happened. Nothing means anything except the meaning you attach to it.
Okay.
Do you get it?
I get that.
Yes, we do.
All right. So let's go. So
did I pass or fail your test?
Can we just move on?
So after the program, I'll give you the result.
That's so not fair. Like kinky is not a good word.
You're looking dapper.
So, I don't know what that means, but I think dapper is used with guys.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm beautiful.
You're pretty.
Yes.
No matter how rich you are, if you have stroke, excuse me, in your mouth, it is very, very important. So, the mind poverty and the physical poverty. Until the mind poverty is eradicated, the physical being 30 million naira, and after 2 years, it was back under the bridge begging. 30 million naira in this Lagos.
Squandered it.
Why? Because the mind is poor. Poverty is not you not having money in your
or even wherever at home, but you've not been able to cure the poverty in your mind, you're still poor.
Justin, how do you explain someone whose salary per month is about 12, 15 million, and when they ask people to supply television and electronics to the office, to add and
To defraud the company.
to defraud the company,
Okay, and he's not content.
and it was exposed,
Okay, because what
And-
he earns is not enough.
and that led to his exit of that chamber.
And if you
in
look
Abuja.
at what he actually added, it's not really, it's small, it's petty,
Thank you.
insignificant.
It's significant compared to
What he earns monthly.
earns.
So people are
So-
actually poor.
The mind is, the capacity is so heavy that no human being on surface of the earth had been recorded to exploit. Do you understand? So, so being poor is not the lack of money. Rich men carry cash, but wealthy people carry cards. Out of the page you see,
Okay.
there is converging lens, there is diverging. Are you still wearing the spectacles of your mother that says you cannot wear jewelry, you cannot wear gold of a car? These are things that I grew up with, many of us, and we are still living. Meanwhile, to the extreme, some of our young ones are wearing spectacles that says you don't have to work before you have money, and that is serious poverty. Listen to me, many people, that's all what they have. Many guys are so poor, all what they have is that car, I don't want to mention, is that car that they are driving and nothing else. If that car is taken away from them today, their self-esteem, their confidence, everything about them is
It's only
gone.
gone.
And Warren Buffett, the second richest man in the world. And that's the owner of the largest manufacturing aircraft company in the world. So poverty is lack of purpose and direction. Do you know why you are arrogant and they lack teachable spirit? They don't know, and they don't want to agree that they don't know, and they don't want to learn. They don't want to unlearn, and they don't want to relearn. They don't want to delete all those viruses in their minds over the years. They have a closed mind. Lack of understanding of money as a tool of help and not as a tool of oppression.
Because I want to help out
Just
people,
many of our politicians are
add
poor.
value to people's lives.
Many of our public officers, they are poor.
But their bank account this
And bicycles and fuel cars. And he was asking, are these back on train, buses? And he was driving his big car. And at the end of the month, he was giving some bills. Nobody taught him when he sold that car. Driving one form of German or Japanese car does not use his convoy from 18 cars to 5 cars. Leaking. I have pictures and the videos. Not internet. I was there. And they put bowl to be taken, out of which 5 of those cars, I know how much they are selling those cars. And they were armored cars. They were bulletproof. Nothing less than 50 million each for the 5 out of the 34. Lack of recognizing and taking advantage of opportunities. You are in the office and somebody is talking about, I want to buy a land for farming. And you know that somebody has some 10 acres in your village. What stops you? Give me your contact. It does not disturb it. Opportunities. Listening to irrelevancies and rumors. What will people say? Negative talks, gossips. If you overweight your life with what people say today, you may not live to hear another one tomorrow. And his stomach and his pocket cannot be worthy, cannot overcome poverty. people who never discovered the investment in them. Just think, what is the investment in you? Yes, your own test now. You were more at that time. Purpose is like a tuber of yam. You know tuber of yam? Tuber of yam is not plucked from the tree.
It's all protect.
Yeah. Potential is other things you can get out of yam.
The yam. That's
Pounded
like the
yam.
value chain.
Thank you. Pounded yam,
Asaro.
yam flour, asaro, ilepo
Dundu.
dundu, all those things. So you need to ask yourself, what are the potential
In me.
in me?
Okay.
Do you understand? And be loyal to their employers. If you are not faithful, if you are not loyal, if you don't honor your employers or your place of employment, it will be hard for you to overcome poverty. You know why? God is not a partial social capital. When you despise or reject correction, prosperity is far from you.
Okay.
Lastly, wrong location. Wrong location. Fish doesn't struggle on,
You need to be at the right place.
at the right time.
At the right time.
Fish, we do any gymnastic inside
In
water.
water.
Do you understand? And birds, we do anything, any Olympics
On
game
air.
in air. But you understand? But when you are not, your potential is for water. You are on the tree. You can't perform.
Okay. Okay, so we've been able to highlight the fact that being bereft of ideas is actually what being poor is.
Yeah.
You know, it's not about what your bank account says. I have one question though, Benga.
Yes.
We live in a society how much material possessions
your
you
children are
have.
going to.
Yes, and all those kind of things.
How many times you travel abroad for summer?
Exactly. So how do you now just juxtapose that? Let's juxtapose that with what you have just said in terms of you knowing what your
Yeah.
How do you now identify or see that person as a successful person?
Okay, thank you. In other clients, nobody respects you due to what you drive. People respect you because of what drives you. A friend went for a meeting with Bill, went table. What many people, do you know that many people, as I speak to ladies, the hair they put on their head, it's expensive than their brain. And that lady could not be hired. Why? She came for an interview of 65,000 naira, and she was telling them, I'm qualified, please take me. But she didn't know that the HR had seen on the table where she put her phone. She brought a 320,000 naira phone for interview. What you are wearing, where you live, those things don't matter. Don't get me wrong. If you work hard for your money and the money comes, there's nothing wrong in
With
enjoying.
being comfortable.
Of course.
Yeah.
Do you know, last year, December, I led about 18 people, about 18 families to Ondo State and Osun State for about 1 week. Ipole Loro. Travel anywhere outside Nigeria. Let's go and patronize our own. Must you travel abroad every summer? Is it a law? Is it a principle? Do you understand what I'm saying? Must you travel every summer? If there is no money to travel, how can I borrow money to travel for summer? Naira, I cannot sleep. But many people, how can you go and borrow money that you want to travel abroad? Excuse me, to go and do what?
To keep up with the Joneses, I guess.
Do you understand? So what stops you from Olumorok is there now? You know, different our own
Tourists.
our tourist is there.
sites.
You understand?
Wow.
So So in conclusion, ma, to your people should stop, especially when you cannot undo.
Okay, why are people poor? We've heard from Benga and it's been very enlightening.
Yes, it has.
Very enlightening. So you have to look inwards and
Because
not outwards.
Because poverty is not about just about the
inward
physical.
first.
It comes from the mind.
It comes from the mind. Poverty of the mind is the worst kind of poverty.
You can ever imagine.
Thank as individuals, as Nigerians, because we're too